Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, we are again in the kitchen today, which means it's time for baking again. Today it's not an unknown recipe to me. It is my most favorite cupcake recipe. Every few years I find a new favorite, and this one has been my favorite cupcake recipe since a year, I would say. It's totally worth trying, and I'm already excited to eat cupcakes again. So let's go. What we need: 200 grams of flour, 125 milliliters of oil. I would recommend to you a quite neutral oil, so it doesn't have a own strong taste. A pinch of salt, 250 grams of sugar, 3 eggs, 160 grams of carrots, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I use apple pie spice, which is basically cinnamon if you ask me. Half a teaspoon of baking powder, quarter a teaspoon of soda, 50 grams of ground nuts. I choose almonds for this because I just really like almonds. You could also use hazelnuts or walnuts. Our next step is to prepare the baking pan. You can simply butter it up, or like I do, use these little cupcake cases. Another thing that totally makes sense to prepare before we mix things are the carrots. For this you should wash them, peel them, and then grate them. It's a great thing to use up old carrots because these carrots are old. But as you can see, if you peel them, they are perfectly fine. When I did this recipe the first time, I was a little bit unsure if I should use a big grater or one with smaller holes. But I used the big one, and I can tell you this is completely enough. You don't need a smaller one. And please be careful and watch your fingers. Carrot number 2, you really don't need that many carrots. That's why I also think it doesn't really pay off to use the food processor for this. What I usually do is already weighting the complete carrots and go a little bit over 160. I think I had 180, and then I just peel them and grate them and hope for the best. But usually this worked out, so we will see. The only thing that we have to prepare now before we can put together the dough is the oven. Preheat this on 180 degrees Celsius. And now let's start with the dough. We start with mixing the sugar with the eggs.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Nothing happened. We start with 250 grams of sugar and mix in 3 eggs. Don't throw away the eggshells, you can use them for your plants as a source of calcium. This should be mixed on the highest level now, till it looks nice and fluffy. You will see what I mean in a second. Meanwhile, I mixed the dry ingredients, the flour, the soda, the baking powder, cinnamon, the prepared almonds, and the pinch of salt. After you get a nice soft texture of the sugar and egg mix, we can add the oil. We need 125 milliliters of that, so let's quickly measure that. The oven is preheated. Hail to the oven gods. For that I will use a little bit of a lower speed on the machine. And now we will finally add our carrots, and after that our dry ingredients. Very important, don't overmix this. To be sure to not overmix, I actually like to just add all of the flour, like slowly. And as soon as I added the last teeny tiny bit of flour, I shut off the kitchen machine and I quickly go through with the spatula and see if it really needs more in the KitchenAid or if I can simply mix it down with the spatula itself. You won't have lots of carrots in these cupcakes later, don't worry. You will barely notice them actually. Yeah. That actually looks dang good. And it looks like it's too much. I always see people using this fancy ice cream portioners, serving spoon thingies. And I tried that and it really doesn't work for me, so I will use a simple spoon. But we got this, we got this. Let's just get in with the spoon and put it on, in. Whoop. Like a pro. This is so much dough, I think I can make 24 maybe. It's always a little bit more than I actually planned to, so we will see. I never changed the recipe though, because I'm not mad at a few test cupcakes. So yeah, like when it's coming out of the oven, you won't feel any carrot pieces. Maybe my shapes are a little bit smaller. I don't know, happens all the time. Not mad, not mad. That's about it. Now we will put them in the oven and bake them for 20 minutes.
Okay, bye.
The cupcakes are now baked and fresh out of the oven, and I'm pretty happy how they look. So what is missing now? We need the frosting, of course, because what is a cupcake without a frosting? It's just a sad looking muffin. So let's get on to it. Make sure all of the ingredients have around the same temperature so it doesn't get weird and flaky and disgusting. We are using 100 grams of butter, 200 grams of cream cheese. Make sure that you don't use the diet one. This might mess around with your consistency later. And 100 grams of powdered sugar or icing sugar. Is there a difference? I don't know. Let me know, please. What I will also use in this frosting is a pinch of vanilla paste. You could basically put anything in. Just make sure that you add it at the very end. You could also just replace the vanilla paste with a tablespoon of cocoa powder or fruit, whatever. And I will also give it a little spin with some coloring, but we will come to that later. I'm pretty bad at making icing, so we will try out how it goes today. For the icing, I will use a hand mixer, just so I have a little bit more control of all the butter that is in this. The first step is that we whip up the 100 grams of butter for 2 to 3 minutes till it changes color and looks lighter. Nice! We have a little bit of a lighter color now. Now we add the powdered sugar. You add this to your liking. It's usually between 100 and 150 grams. This depends on how sweet you want to have your topping in the end. I think today 100 is okay, because the cupcakes themselves are already pretty sweet. Now I simply continue whipping it for another 2 to 3 minutes. Start slow. And for the last step, before we do all of the little extras, we add the cream cheese. The right speed here is very important. You want to add it tablespoon by tablespoon, but also don't mix too long. That's the problem. You will get this grainy sensation if the butter is a different temperature than your cream cheese, and also if there's too much water, because fat and water don't mix well. So let's pray, because this is the part I usually poop up. Still looking good. Maybe I have to attack this with more positive feelings. This looks good. Okay, now I would really like to not touch it anymore, but I have to for the vanilla paste and the color. So let's add a dab of vanilla paste to everything. You can of course just leave it as it is. You can only use one color. I want 2 colors because isn't my life already complicated enough, right? Take half of the frosting that we just made, change them around. The second one will be blue. This could turn out greenish, we will see. It looks minty now. Oh my goodness. Chef probably made it green right away. Okay, let's add some green. Mess everything up. Good, 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 good. For the piping that I want to do, I of course need a piping bag. You can also of course just spread it on your cupcake if you like. That doesn't really make a difference. Just do it to your liking. Before I put the frosting into the fridge, I will already attach that so it won't just harden in the bowl. So I will take some of the green. Let's see if that will work like I want it to work. I at least try to put it at one side. I don't want this cream to get nasty because till now it looks really good. So I just try to keep it a little bit separated. We have halfway just plain or a little bit yellow, and up here is green. We still have some in the bowl, but that's okay. I put this in a glass and in the fridge. There's really not much cream left. Maybe we need a little bit more. Maybe I will eat it later with bread. Buttercream on bread. I haven't even tried the buttercream yet. Let's try it. That's really good, I'm happy. I will put the rest in the fridge. This should cool for around half an hour in the fridge. In general, I really like to not make the frosting while the cupcakes are still in the oven. I really take them out and then start then with the frosting. So the cupcakes can really cool down, so also the frosting is cooled down again in the fridge. Just use the time to clean up or something. Here we go again. Everything should be cool now. So let's see if the frosting is actually already hard enough. Best is to flop it over 2 times, push it down a little bit, and then push from the top, not from the sides, because if you push from the sides, you will warm up the frosting, and we don't want that. Oh, it's a little bit stiff. Well, I mean, it's better than too liquid. A little whoop in the middle, and then I just go around. Oh, there was some air in it. Okay, as a first timer, that's fine. 1 big swoosh in the middle. And let's go around. Oops. One time at the top. Whoop. And you can see a little bit the pattern that I wanted to have. Could be better. But beggars can't be choosers, right? And the frosting is really, really good. It looks perfect. The consistency is very nice. I'm just scared I won't have enough frosting for all of them because I made a little bit more than I planned to make. This might seem very heavy now, but since we didn't make a pure buttercream but cream cheese cupcakes, it should be fine. Here we are. All of our cupcakes are done. I even have more which are also done. Some of them didn't turn out that nice because the frosting was a little bit tight for 24 cupcakes. But I would say for 18 cupcakes, this is enough frosting if you do frosting like I do. I think they look really nice and creamy. Okay, so it's time for me to also try one. The cupcake itself looks really nice. It's so fluffy. I mean, look at this consistency. It's not that I made this already 5 times. It's so good. Oh. Awesome. For my taste, the frosting is sweet enough. I like it that way actually, because also I have many cupcakes now that I will have to eat, so I feel like I could easily eat another one now. My partner just came in and tried one. His opinion is the frosting could be a little bit sweeter. But I just put 100 grams in of the powdered sugar. So if you're really a sweet tooth, maybe you try 150. For me, I think this is really good. We reached the end and these little puppies need to go to the fridge now. I hope you had fun watching the video. If so, please leave a like and a subscription, and also let me know if you tried this recipe afterwards and what you thought about it. And if you're up for crafts, art or other recipes, check out the videos that are already uploaded. Otherwise, I might see you next week in the next video. Take care and goodbye. Ha det på bare din gamle chokolade. This is so nice. For real, this is so good. Mm, 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 mm.